Last Tuesday at 9:14 in the morning, Maya Bennett signed for an envelope with no return address. She opened it at the photo conservation table inside the River County Museum, expecting another donation request or a damaged family portrait. Instead, she found a photograph of her mother. Elaine Bennett had been dead for 18 years. In the picture, Elaine stood outside a maternity clinic, holding a newborn boy against her mustard cardigan. She was not smiling. Her eyes were fixed on someone beyond the camera, and one hand protected the back of the baby's head. Maya knew the child was hers before she understood why. 18 years earlier, Maya had delivered a premature son during an emergency procedure. When she woke, her older sister Caroline told her he had died. 3 days later, Elaine was killed in a highway accident. Maya had buried a mother and a child in the same week. But the baby in the photograph was alive. The envelope had been postmarked the previous Tuesday. Maya called Caroline. "Okay, I need you to look at something." Caroline joined the video call from her office. The moment the photograph appeared, all the color left her face. "Where did you get that?" "It came in the mail." "Maya, listen to me. Do not show that photograph to anyone." "Who is the baby?" Caroline stared at the screen. Then she said, "Burn it." That was the moment Maya understood. The photograph was not a cruel mistake. It was evidence. Maya had spent 14 years restoring damaged images for the museum. She understood paper, emulsion, film grain, and the small lies introduced by printers. The photograph had been printed recently on modern archival paper, but the image came from an old 35mm negative. Along the cropped edge, Maya found a partial frame marking she recognized from Elaine's Nikon camera. Her mother had taken, or at least owned, the original film. Martin Hale, the retired technician who once processed Elaine's photographs, confirmed it. "That notch pattern came from her camera," he said. "I printed hundreds of her rolls." "Do you remember this one?" Martin studied the baby, then looked away. "I remember your sister collecting the negatives after the accident." "Caroline?" She said the family didn't want strangers looking through them. The museum was preparing an exhibition of Elaine's community photography. Caroline had loaned the archive and served on the museum's fundraising board. If Maya accused her without proof, she could damage the exhibition, her job, and the only close family relationship she had left. But here's the thing. Once Maya saw the baby, she could not return to the version of her life in which he had died. She asked Caroline for access to the original negatives. Caroline refused. "You're grieving all over again," she said. "That photograph could be manipulated. It came from Mum's camera. You don't know that. Martin does." Caroline's silence answered more than her words. Maya enlarged the background. Behind Elaine was a blue and cream mosaic of birds crossing water. A search through old municipal photographs identified it as the entrance to St. Catherine Family Centre, the private clinic where Maya delivered. The building had since become a community arts centre. Maya visited the next morning. The mosaic was still there. So was Ruth Delgado, a retired nurse volunteering in the ceramics room. When Maya showed her the photograph, Ruth sat down. "I remember your mother," she said. "She came back after visiting ours. She kept asking where they had taken the baby." "You saw him alive?" Ruth nodded. "He was small, but he was stable." Maya struggled to breathe. "Then why was I told he died?" Ruth looked toward the hallway. "Your sister signed the transfer paperwork." At the county records office, the official file contained a death notation but no matching burial permit. A separate index listed an unnamed infant transferred to a private placement under the initials NEE. Before Maya could request the sealed file, the clerk received a call and withdrew the folder. "Legal restriction," he said. "From whom?" He would not answer. That afternoon, a second envelope arrived. This photograph showed the same clinic entrance from a wider angle. Elaine held the baby near the doorway, but in the glass behind her was a reflection. Caroline, younger, wearing a navy coat and holding a document envelope. On the back, someone had written only 4 words. "Ask who drove Elaine." Caroline arrived at the museum before closing. "You need to stop," she said. "You had the record sealed. I protected a legal adoption. You told me my child was dead. You were 19. You were sick. Aaron was drinking and talking about taking the baby across state lines. That was not your decision. No, listen to me. You don't remember how bad it was. I remember waking up and asking for my son." Caroline's expression changed, but she did not apologize. The museum suspended Elaine's exhibition until the provenance dispute could be resolved. Maya's director removed her from the project. For the first time, pursuing the truth had a real cost. During the final public viewing, Maya noticed a young man standing alone before one of Elaine's portraits. He had dark hair, a brown canvas jacket, and Maya's eyes. When she approached, he left. Maya followed him through the lobby, but he disappeared into the afternoon crowd. In the gallery sign-in book, one visitor had written, "Only." Noah E. Maya searched public records and found an obituary for Rebecca Ellis, a woman who had died 8 months earlier. The photograph beside the obituary showed Rebecca with a teenage son named Noah. The boy had Maya's eyes. The initials in the transfer index were not random. Maya contacted Aaron Cole. He now ran a small repair garage 20 miles away. When she showed him the photograph, he sat on a tool chest and covered his mouth. "Caroline told me you didn't want me near you," he said. "She told me you left. I filed for visitation. The petition came back saying the infant was deceased. Aaron had been reckless at 21. He did not deny it. But he had not known the baby survived. I wasn't ready to be a father," he said. "But that's not the same as agreeing to bury a son who was alive." Caroline finally confessed in the kitchen where she had raised Maya after Elaine's death. She had contacted a private placement agency before the delivery. She believed Aaron was dangerous, and Maya was too emotionally dependent on him to make a safe choice. After the emergency procedure, Caroline signed paperwork claiming Maya had requested a confidential adoption. Then she told Maya the baby died. Elaine discovered the transfer 2 days later. She contacted Rebecca Ellis, the prospective adoptive mother, and demanded to see the baby. Rebecca took the photograph outside St. Catherine's. Elaine planned to bring Noah back to Maya that evening. She never arrived. Her car slid off a rain-soaked highway less than an hour later. The accident was real. Caroline did not cause it. But after Elaine died, Caroline completed the placement. "I thought one tragedy was enough," she said. "You built the rest of my life around it. I watched him from a distance. I paid into his college fund. I made sure he was safe. You made sure you could live with yourself." Caroline had not forgotten Noah. She had simply decided that knowing he was safe gave her the right to keep Maya uninformed. The following evening, Maya found Noah waiting inside the museum's dark room. "I mailed the photographs," he said. Rebecca had left them in a locked document case with instructions that Noah receive it at 18. She had believed the adoption was legal until Elaine appeared. Later, Caroline persuaded her that revealing the truth would traumatize everyone. Noah had grown up believing Maya signed him away. "I didn't know whether you'd recognize the picture," he said. "I didn't know if you were part of it. I was told you died." He looked at her for a long time. "That's worse than what they told me." Caroline entered after Maya called her. Noah did not shout. He asked one question. "When you sent birthday money, did you ever consider sending my mother the truth?" Caroline's control finally broke. "Every year. But you didn't." "No." Maya had enough evidence to create a public scandal. A television producer had already contacted the museum. She turned him down. Noah was not going to become footage before he had decided who he wanted to be. With Noah's consent, Maya submitted the photographs, transfer index, custody petition, and Caroline's statement to the state licensing board. She requested that the investigation protect Noah's identity and review other placements handled through St. Catherine. Caroline stepped down from her organization. Maya did not forgive her. She also did not erase the complicated fact that Caroline had raised her, loved her, and betrayed her. Noah did not immediately call Maya his mother. He visited the museum twice in the first month, then 4 times. Maya taught him how to place photographic paper beneath an enlarger. Noah showed her the camera Rebecca had given him. One evening, they developed a new photograph together. It showed Elaine's old Nikon resting between their hands. When the image appeared slowly in the chemical tray, Noah looked at Maya. "So what do we call this?" Maya watched the picture become clear. The first one nobody hid. Her mother had died 18 years earlier. The photograph mailed last Tuesday did not bring Elaine back. It brought forward the truth she had died trying to return, and the son, Maya, had never been allowed to mourn honestly.